Okay, this video is going to be about adding content to the members area of the website. To do this, you'll need to be at least an editor permission. And in the previous video about events, we talked about that, but I can show you again. In the users section, if you list all users, you'll see that people have different roles. Most members are going to be just subscribers, but to edit content, you need to be at least an editor. So to change that, you probably need to find an administrator who will go into the system, go into this user page, and then upgrade you to an editor. But most of the board members are going to be editors, and other people, if we want to have them helping us add content to the website, we can upgrade them as well. So as long as you're an editor, come to the website, log in. I've already logged in as my Todd Tester, who is an editor, and I get this menu here, including manage my events. But for what we're doing here, which is basically looking at adding pages to training operations or unit information, these are currently the three areas we have for web pages in the members only area. We're going to be using this top bar instead. So this is what we use to create new pages. Okay, so a couple of ways of doing this. We could either edit a new page from scratch, and if we had, or we can, sorry, let me start again. We can add a new page, so we can go new and add a page. If we're in a page we want to change, we can navigate to the page on here and hit edit, and that will just let us edit that page. But what we want to do here is create a new page, but we're going to use a shortcut. We're just going to click on a page which already exists, this one here, and I'm going to make a copy of this. What this does, it makes it slightly easier. It'll make a copy of this page which has all the features I want. It's set into the right category, it's set into the training category, and it's going to have the same layout. If I go new page, it'll create a blank page, and I'll have to set up a few different parameters to make it look like the other pages. So basically, I'm just using this one as a template or a boilerplate and copying it over. So I'm going to copy this to a new draft. And then it's going to take us to the back end, and this is a copy of Rigging 1, and I know that because it's giving me the title Rigging 1, and then it's appended -2 to it. So I'm going to make a page which is going to appear on the training information section, and it's going to be about, I don't know, let's say, well, let's not use drones. Let's do patient packaging. What I'd like you to do, if you do change the title, then hit edit this, because we want it to change this is called the permalink or the slug. So just delete that, then hit OK, and it'll give it a more meaningful, more appropriate slug, which is useful. Okay, what else do we need to change on here? Okay, I want to change it so who can read this? I want only logged in users to read that. That's important. Otherwise, the information could be indexed by Google, and it could be available to the general public. So make sure your page is only available to logged in users. And then down here we have the main content, and there's a couple of things I can do. I can use this very simple editor. It's called the classic editor, and it gives us the basic stuff here. If I'm feeling advanced, I could hit. This is another editor called the WP Bakery editor, and if I hit that, it gives me a more advanced type of editor. And if I hit elements, you can see I can do all sorts of more interesting and flashy things, image galleries, carousels, video players, and so on and so forth. So feel free to have a play with that if you wish, but we don't need to be that complicated for most things. So I'm going to go back to Classic and just do something basic here. Alright, so let's put in our content. I'm going to copy something over from... I stole some copy from... I'm going to steal some copy from here. There you go. Notice that it's dropped in the images and stuff that I've stolen from the other web page over there. Let's just quickly check that. Edit. Yeah, so if you were to do copy pasting from another document, which I don't totally recommend, the images and other things will be loaded from the other website. So if that other web page actually disappeared, then so would your image. So instead, I would normally save this image from the other website and then upload it to our own website. But I'm going to take out their image and I'm going to put in one of my own. So as I say, this is just some test copy just to mess around with. So we can add media, and we can upload a file from my own computer, or we can use an image which is already here. Let's use that one. There's a few choices here. I would set the alt tags. It's quite useful. Alt tag is just a description about the image in words. What else have we got? Okay, if you don't particularly like the size of the image or the alignment, you can change it down here before you insert it into the page. And you can also do it afterwards either. So anyway, let's insert that into our page. There we go. So that's dropped into our page. If you want to change some things about this image, click on it. You can change the alignment easy enough, or you can hit edit and it'll come back and give you some other choices. Okay, so that's some text and that's editing. So in the simple editor, this stuff here is a paragraph and other things are a heading. Try not to use H1 tags. It's just best practice. H1 tag is really left only for the title up here. This is going to be shown as an H1 tag, so everything on here, start with H2 for your main title, and then for subtitles, use H3, H4, etc. And then you should end up with a nicely laid out page. If you want to make something into a link, then highlight what you want to make into a link, click on Insert Edit Link. I don't know off the top of my head if you need to use HTTPS in here. I think it'll, if you leave it out, it'll just it'll figure it out for itself. So after you've done that, you always want to apply links, otherwise it won't take. So you apply link, and if I want to change it, highlight it, and then I go to edit, or I can remove it. So let's try videos again. We tried videos in events last time and the event editor doesn't take it, but these pages should take it. So let's go and find a video. Let me just click out of this. Okay, so if you find a video we like. So after the advert goes away, it'll show our video. But what we want here is the share code. Hit share, copy, and take it over. Now, hopefully, if we just drop in the share code, yeah, there we go. it will just drop our video in. Okay, so that's images, links, and videos. Let's do something else. So say we've got a zip file or a PDF we want to add. Let's try this way. I've not tried this way before. Let's just see if we can drop in see what happens if we drop that in. Okay, that's good. So that's an easy way of doing it. If you want to drop in a PDF, you can upload it to the media library and then click on it, hit insert page, and it will drop in a link to that file. Okay, it won't drop a PDF into a web page, but it will drop a link to that PDF into the web page. Okay, so that's pretty simple stuff. Let's look what else we've got on this page. So down the right hand side, as I say, all I really think you have to care about is that this is only available to logged in users. Who can edit, who can comment is set to the WordPress default, which is currently just set to editors and above. Publishing dates, we just want to publish immediately, so that's fine. If you did want to do something called drip feeding content, if you only wanted the page to appear in a month's time, then you could set this to a future date and tell it to publish this next month or next Christmas or something like that. Can't see how we would use that, but it is available to you. Alright, so for our members section, as long as you give your page a parent item of either operations or training or unit information, then they will automatically be published within the member section. You do have to set one of those three categories for it to automatically appear. And at the moment we have operations, unit and training. If we want to add new sections, we can do that. Just let me know if you want a new section added and we can do that. What else we got? Last modified. So last modified info will tell you, if someone else has come in and edited the page and put it up. It'll tell you when it was last updated and who did that. Don't bother with any of the other stuff. This is all fine. Page default title on. Good. And down the bottom we have some other features which you shouldn't need to use. Alright, so that's it. I'm pretty happy with that. It looks alright to me. So let's publish the page. So you've created the page but you haven't published it yet. So you do need to go to publish for it to appear on the website. Alright. And after a page is published, it won't say publish anymore here, but if I make changes, then I will need to update for those changes to appear on the page on the website. Always hit update. If something's gone horribly wrong, the system does have a revisions log, so I can say, oh, I really didn't want to do that. If I click on browse, it will take me to previous versions. So we only have two versions here. We have the one I did a minute ago and the one which is current. But this will store every version. So if you've got 100 different revisions of this page and you want to drop 30 revisions, you can do that. So I would choose the other revision and I would say restore it if I wanted to revert to a previous version of the page. Okay, but that is it for the page. I want to actually have a look at it now. Two things I could do. I could click on this and it will take me back to the website, or I can click on this and it will take me to a view of this particular page. Okay, so let's see what we've made. Alright, patient packaging, when it was created, who it was created by. Here we have our page, here we have our video, here we have our link to the PDF. Let's see if that works. It does, that's good. As I say, this is a very easy, simple page layout. That works pretty well. So let's have a look if it's appeared in our menu system. So if I go back up to members, and then this is a training document, remember, so we'll go to training information. And it hasn't. That's annoying. Okay, we'll fix that. Oh, no, it has. I'm sorry, I'm blind. Patient packaging. There you go. It appeared up the top. So you're going to probably have a question of why does it appear up the top? I think its default is the latest item gets appeared on the top. I don't think it's alphabetical, although its listing here is alphabetical. But let's have a look. Ways we could change that. Okay. Page attributes, you have an order here. If I set that to a high number, so it was in position 0. If I change it to position 6 and refresh this page. Okay, so yeah, it's working on order number. So we'd now change the position of that to the last position. One other thing which is useful, I think, is I can set child items of parent items. So basically, I can have, snow anchors, and I can make patient packaging a sub item of snow anchors. So how do I do that? I would come in here. I would look for parent, and I would tell it that this document, this page, is a child of snow anchors. Refresh this page. Okay, there you go. So now patient packaging is a child of snow anchors, which obviously makes no sense, but you could have this be useful with other topics. Okay, so let's change that back quickly. Okay, and that's it. I wouldn't edit any other pages. If you're not sure or confident with WordPress, then don't go into like any other page just because you have this bar up the top. Don't go to one of these join or donate pages or anything else, and then edit that page. That will create a lot of work and a headache for someone else in the future. But if you're just adding content to these, go to the page you want or the style of page you want if you want to add a new one. So I want another version, something like this. I can copy to a new draft, edit it, save it, and it should just pop up in training information again. Okay, that's it.